CEOs, have you ever hired someone that you shouldn't have? When I had just started my company, I was interviewing people who wanted to work in customer service, and a man walked in with about 10 different tattoos on just his face. Even his nose was filled with black ink. One of the interviewers turned to me and said we shouldn't waste our time on someone like this, but I decided to hear the guy out. He explained the gap in his resume as him being in prison for driving while intoxicated and hitting someone. He told me that during the first 3 months, he had joined a gang and was doing anything they told him to, including getting tattoos. But then his father came to visit him and told him his mother passed away, and she left him a letter. He read it and decided to change his life around. He laid low until his sentence was finished, but once he got out, he realized that his face tattoos meant no one wanted to hire him, and without being hired, he couldn't get money to remove them. I heard his voice and felt true remorse coming from him, so I decided to take a leap of faith. Since he would only work in the department that answered phone calls, his tattoos shouldn't make much of a difference. I told him if he could go 16 months without having a single complaint filed against him, I will personally pay for his tattoo removal surgery. The other interviewers asked me to not hire him and feared potential cases of violence, but I was young, and I admit I didn't like being told what to do. Within 1 week, my secretary told me she had news on that employee, and I really thought I was about to regret my decision already. But to my surprise, she told me that all customers were asking to talk to Jared, since he was very polite and understanding. Since they were refusing to talk to anyone but him, things were getting out of hand, and the system was on the verge of collapse. I hadn't laughed that hard in years. I called the guy in and told him to make a presentation on what he was doing differently, so the other employees could learn his tactics. 5 years later and he's still in my employment, only now as a department head.